As I was walking the other day, I noticed several trees growing tall along the sidewalk that I was walking. Some of the trees were flanked by two steel poles, and there were some trees that only had one steel pole for support. The contribution of the support poles is important for the tree's stability and to help the tree grow tall, strong, and to withstand the blowing winds of life. The poles appear to gently grab a hold of the tree limbs, similar to that of parents holding the hands of their children. As I was walking, I noticed a mother and her daughter walking along the same sidewalk, along the same path that I was walking. The mother was holding the hand of her young daughter as they carefully walked. The mother seemed to be guiding the young girl along the safe path, and the young girl seemed happy and trusted the mother's judgment as she followed with ease. As I continued walking, I noticed a man and a young boy walking also. The man firmly gripped the young boy's hand as the boy tried over and over to wiggle away, to stray away off the established path. In life, boys will sometimes stray off course if not for the help of many men. This reminds me that young children will often need a firm guiding hand serve as road maps to safety because of unforeseen dangers that youngsters fail to recognize. You see, the irony of life is sometimes confusing. Life's expectation is to walk straight, be straight, have a straight journey, and to find your greatness. The goal of life is also to teach responsibility, respect, and compassion. The goal of the mother is to raise success within the bloodlines. The goal of the father is to train young ones to cut the grass, edge the sidewalk, and trim the bushes. That's life in a nutshell. But the goals of the streets is different. It's not confusing at all, but it's different. You see, the street's goal is to teach the boy to smoke grass instead of cutting the grass. The street's goal, instead of edging the sidewalk, the street's goal is to keep youngsters away from proven safe paths and live life on the edge. The streets forces us to take shortcuts through dark alleys and traffic valleys. Instead of dreaming of greatness, the streets will trim your dreams away, turn them into nightmares of lateness. You see, the man was trying to teach the youngster to stay between the lines, but the boy wanted to create his own path before he was prepared. The man refused to let go of the little boy's hand because of dangerous traffic nearby. We sometimes want to go in different directions with blindfolds on. Can you imagine crossing a busy highway with blindfolds? Wake up! As I continued my journey, I noticed that there was a teenage boy and girl arguing without shame. Apparently, the teen had slipped out of the window, jumped the fence, and was running down the street with her boyfriend as her mother chased her, begging her to come back. The mother was desperately screaming the name of the running girl. I also noticed a fast approaching car. The husband was driving in anger and panic, as if he had lost the most important soul in his life. Well, anyway, as the fast approaching car slammed on its brakes, the father bolted from the still rolling car. Both parents continued demanding for the girl to return home, return to the safety of the fenced yard. Panic and frantic controlled the situation. As the father tried to pull the boy away from his daughter, the mother desperately grabbed her hands, demanding that she listen. As the mother fell to the ground, the girl broke away again. She ran from the common sense of her parents to the nonsense of her boyfriend. As she ran away, tragedy struck. She was hit by the steel rolling car of her parents that she didn't see coming. The tragic irony is just before the car collided with the desperate teen, the last name the teen yelled was not the name of her boyfriend. It was the regretful death call of that of her mother. Mama, she screeched in the death voice of her last breath into the impatient arms of tragedy. I want to remind you that sometimes in life, tragedy will sneak up on you. Many times we can't see dangers that our parents warn us about, but believe me, they are there. As I continue with today's message, I want to remind you that our parents, our grandparents will protect us during our infant years. They will protect us and warn us during our teen years. And finally, they will continue to protect, warn, and pray for us during our mid and older years. The older we get sometimes, the more difficult it seems to listen. This non-listening formula increases tragic moments as we get older. This non-listening pattern increases the unnecessary mistakes in our lives. Wake up. As you grow, parents and grandparents will hold on to your hopes, your dreams as long as they can. They will hold on to them until you're able to hold on to them for yourself. You must fight against the tragedy of not listening. Many times, complete strangers or even loved ones will offer warnings, but you will fail to listen behind the lame excuse because the messenger was not family or because the messenger was too close to you. All those lame excuses. If you've been warned that you're spending too much time hanging out or riding with the wrong crowd, if you've been warned that someone is bad for you, or you may be the one that parents are warning their children about, then you better start listening and changing for the better. If you're one that's spending hours on hours rapping dirty lyrics, hoping to impress dirty listeners to get a dirty record deal, you better have a plan B. If you don't, it can be detrimental. You see, if you're chasing a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but you fail to listen to rational reasoning from others, get ready. Heartache and headache is coming. If you're chasing dirty money to find hard times as a result, locked up time, it's time for a change. It's time for you to change. Times need to change in your life. I hope y'all hear me today. Times need to change right now. Change the spin the bottle time, the drunk driving time, the juvenile detention time, the under the influence time, the county jail time, the hustle your bell time. Change the probation time, the ankle monitor time. Change the holding cell time. Change the death time. I remind you today that you must hold on to the imperfect hands that love you, protect you, and pray for your survival. Imperfection and disagreements should not be an excuse for a tragedy hunting. The definition of detrimental is tending to cause harm. Your choice in friends can be detrimental. Your choice in habits can be detrimental. If you're smoking dangerous synthetic drugs, if you're huffing dangerous paints and chemicals, if you're drinking dangerous cough medicine for the high and not for the cough, it can be detrimental. If you're tagging made-up names on blank walls as you try to retrieve respect for an invisible life, if you're disrespecting your teachers, administrators, to lower the expectation to attain a minimum education, it can be detrimental. If you're not listening, wake up. You are living the non-listening formula of failure. If you're listening today but not changing today, then you're claiming tragedy tomorrow. Simple as that, point blank period. Now is the time to quit draining tomorrow and start changing today. If you change for the better today, you'll claim a better life tomorrow. If you don't want crap in life, that's exactly what you will get and deserve, crap. If you don't care today, you won't be able to afford daycare for your future children. Hand-to-hand contact is the most important guide that you can receive. Hold on. Be willing to be guided. Grow straight, grow up, because if you grow up on a crooked path, it will lead to a disastrous future. God bless you today, and I'll talk to you later.